Nico is cat.
Is it?
Yeah. So they always do that like this with the cat paws.
Hmm.
I thought that was her name.
Is that like a Japanese thing? So there's this rapper. His name is Koh. He's a Japanese rapper. I've been listening to this dude, nothing but him for like the past month.
Oh, yeah.
He bangs.
Oh, really?
Bangs, bro.
Yeah.
And because the Japanese language, it's very elegant,
Yeah.
but it's also very aggressive.
Yeah. It's kind of harsh at times.
It's pretty harsh. His flows are just perfect,
and
man.
you don't understand them, but you're still.
I don't
just
understand him, but I don't care what he's saying. I don't care what he's saying.
That's how I am with music. I don't care what what they.
Don't you hate people who say you can't even understand the words? It's like
that's not what it's about. It's music. It's
there's
tones.
There's a lot more to music than just words.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand people like that.
It reminds me of that. It's an old commercial about I think learning English or something, but it was, I think it's from Europe. So the family, mom, dad, and two kids on the back, they're in the car, and they just what is it? The music is on, and the beat is coming, and they're all like listening, and they're kind of, oh yeah, this beat is pretty good, and then the words were like, I like to.
Oh my god!
I wasn't expecting that.
And then they're just keep on nodding, and yeah, this song is good. And they just keep driving because they don't know the language.
Yeah, I mean,
and the title was saying like you gotta learn how to speak English or something, learn English or something like that.
Yeah, damn.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it started? Yeah. Oh, cool. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. See, I've always had that same frustration too, because I listen to a lot of heavy metal, death metal, extreme metal, and all that stuff too. And obviously, but you can't always understand what they're saying. And then if I ever have it on around people who are the uninitiated, but they're always like oh, but you can't even understand what they're saying, and I'm like, there's a million other elements of this art form that are happening. Well, there's drums, bass, a guitar, complex song structures.
Even when you look at a painting, you don't know exactly what the artist had in mind when the artist is not there like presenting it.
Yeah.
So you're doing your own interpretation of it. You're not getting the full message maybe, but you're getting your own message out of it.
Right.
And that's all that matters. So what you get out of it. I don't care about whether they're saying something right or wrong. It's just, to me, music is good music.
The only people who say stuff like that are people who listen to Kiss FM nonstop. just radio pop music. It's like that's their idea of what music is supposed to be.
Yeah.
The most generic possible.
Dude, even in like simple songs, people tend to listen or understand it like a little bit differently. Like I heard it on the radio. This host was talking about I think it was a guest or engineer about the song "Free Falling."
Free Falling.
Free Falling, right? Yeah, and this engineer.
We got the Korean with the karaoke going.
K-pop going. This engineer was in his whole life, and still does think that it's free balling.
Yeah,
free
nice.
balling.
Sometimes, yeah, like for some songs I can see messing up full words a little bit. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah. Hey, but you know something funny that's always happened. Well, that's always happened to me, and so I listen to pretty much every genre of music possible. Mexican. Just about. I enjoy like if I'm at a Mexican party, I might kind of enjoy like the banda and the mariachi stuff.
That's cool.
It's it's got some has a lot of life to it. You know?
In your mystery car.
In my
driving.
mystery car. Yeah, but here's the funny part. But like a majority of what I listen to is heavy metal, to electro music, country, and classical, and rap music too. But like if I'm ever driving, I can never win because like, you know, if my windows are down and people can hear me, if I'm listening to rap music, but they'll be like, oh, well, typical black guy. We're listening like, you know, but if I'm listening to classical music or if I'm listening to country music, they'll be like, okay, but you're black. But you're supposed to be listening to rap music. Yeah. So like it's impossible to win for me.
Oh,
you know, diversity.
But don't you drive? Your driving behavior kind of changes with your music a little bit.
No, my driving.
No, it's always been the same. Like heavy metal and classical, you drive the same.
I'm pretending I'm Paul Walker everywhere I go. Shifting about 27 times before I get to a red light.
Neutral to drive and neutral to drive.
It's a trip tonic, so so I can fake it. Oh man. Well, we're back.
Yep.
Episode 22.
22.
We actually enjoyed you guys so much that we wanted to have you on again. Our other guy is still out in Hong Kong.
MIA.
Yeah.
He's just getting drunk on
sake
and liquid cocaine.
Wait, do they do that?
Yeah. No.
In Hong Kong?
That's they probably have sake bars there, but
Sake's everywhere.
The one thing he did post was something called liquid cocaine.
Oh yeah, I saw
that.
it was like some super strong coffee.
Coffee liqueur with vodka, but you don't taste alcohol, and he said it was like really good.
Sounds like an Irish coffee.
Almost.
I love Irish coffee so much. It's ridiculous how much I love Irish coffee.
Isn't Mexican coffee the same thing, but with the tequila in it?
The pajarete, the milk, fresh milk with
pajarete,
with
like
tequila, that. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
I can't do tequila. It gives me the diarrhea and stuff. Choro.
Yeah.
It gives me mad choro. You know.
Bad, man.
You know. So I went to Vegas about maybe a month ago with some friends, and so prior to that, I learned about schizophrenia, and apparently there are some people who their brains are more prone to becoming schizophrenic, and those people, they should avoid smoking marijuana or doing acid, because if they do, it will activate that part of their brain, and then they can permanently be stuck that way.
Oh really?
Yeah. So the reason why I bring that up is because I had learned that fact about a day prior to it. And so at Vegas, we're at the Airbnb house. It's for I'm a friend, it's his birthday, and there are some drinks involved. Me, I'm a fan of Jack Daniels and Will Jameson and stuff like that. So, we're doing what people do on a birthday. I had a few from about 12 to about 3 o'clock p.m. Okay, so I stopped.
Just a few.
Yeah, so I stopped drinking at 3 p.m. But
that's when the voices started.
No, but
3 p.m.
Yeah. So I stopped drinking at about 3 p.m. But I was still wasted until midnight. But I hadn't had anything from 3 p.m. to midnight, and prior, and so I'm like, it's been 8 hours and I'm still drunk, but I haven't had a single drink.
Yeah,
and then I started to panic and get scared. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna permanently be drunk my whole entire life. And I started to get a little freaked out.
When you said 12 to 3, I thought it was midnight to 3 a.m.
Oh no. It was
not noon to 3 p.m.
I mean, noon to 3 p.m. It's a birthday. We're at a
and you guys
mansion.
Stopped at 3 p.m.
I stopped at 3 p.m.
and everyone just continued.
Well, Well,
3 a.m.
well, keep in mind I'm a lightweight. Say, I am a super lightweight. Ask Brian. Ask Mike. It just takes one, and I'm
One and done.
one and done. and so just imagine 3 hours straight, but like I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be permanently drunk my entire life, and then I started to get a little scared and stuff, but yeah, I was okay. So yeah, so just a little funny side tangent. Yeah. So we got some more questions from our dedicated and loyal fans, and I'm with the perfect guys here to answer them. So how about if we jump right in, eh? So we got one from these names, man. Do you ever see people's names and you're just like, how the did you come up with this?
my screen name, like I've been using for years, all stem from AOL.
Oh,
I thought it was
yeah.
Jime, but it's M Jimenez because
Yeah, it's M. Yeah, exactly. It's just my first initial and the first few letters of my last name. Because AOL, that's what AOL did. It would do that. Your first initial, your last name, and a bunch of numbers.
Right.
And I just customized the numbers to mean something to me. And
usually it's birthdays or a year.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it came from. So I don't know, maybe same thing with a lot of these other people.
Yeah, I still use the same ID that I created back in late high school or early college. And then everything from there, it's always been the same for anything that I join, and no one has that. So
Same here. Like all the forums I'm on, it's all the same.
Yeah, email, forum, any forum or.
Do you ever have a really old, embarrassing email that you need to to change ASAP? Well, because I used to have one, and so when I was a kid, I might have a stupid, immature email address. And then I would start applying for jobs and stuff. Oh, yeah. But I was like, maybe I should change this.
I still use AOL.
You still have
what?
AOL? You still log into AOL?
Are they still around?
That's like my main account.
Wow.
Yeah.
That Gmail swag, homie.
Yeah, I have Gmail too, but I use AOL more than anything.
Wow.
I didn't know they were still active.
Yeah, they're still
I thought they went out of business.
They're still up. At least I still use the email every day.
Is it wrong if I judge people who use Hotmail?
Hotbot.yahoo.
Oh, Hotmail.
Hotbot.yahoo?
What?
Is that yours? Hotbot.
Hotmail. Yeah, they went under too.
Hotmail, I would always be worried about getting email from Hotmail because that's where all the the spammers would come from.
Hotmail just seems like a scumbag email. There's something about your character if you have Hotmail that I just need to stay away from.
Yeah, I don't know.
I used to use it, and then I forwarded everything to my other email, and then I just not using it, just kind of.
Yeah, I'll use it for if I'm signing up to stuff that I don't really care about. I know I'll probably get spam from.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I have multiple emails that I use for that kind of stuff.
Oh, I should do that because I have a lot of spam and it just pisses me off.
Yeah, I just it's so all those I don't even check email. I just check it just to confirm your registration or whatever. What is it? Retrieve your passwords or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I use 2 accounts. One I use more for professional work and stuff. The other one for more personal and joining accounts and all the other stuff like billing for more personal stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, so I'm talking about screen names and then how do people come up with them. So
sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's my fault. So this guy's name is V3N0MR4 whatever. I'll screenshot it. So he said, why don't you guys put cool graphic liveries on the new JDM Tuners like the old imports?
We kind of touched on that last week.
Did we?
Yeah. We talked about how the cost of the material and cost of labor is becoming higher, is more expensive. So, do you want us to make thinner, lighter die cast so we can keep our prices affordable, or do you want us to lighten up on the graphics a little bit? We're looking at the graphics and the styles that are out there now, and it's tending to trend towards the less is more on a lot of it, unless you go with the drifting scenes or the racing scenes. So we opted, and because we like the weight of our car, the feel of our cars are really nice. You when you pick them up, they have a nice heft to them, and I think with a sacrifice of less graphics, I think we keep that quality feel to them.
So if we were to put on more graphics, would we have to sacrifice something else in another area, as in like maybe the car would have to be lighter,
because we're already taking a big cut in margins because of how much things cost. We're a business, we have to make money, and we're not gonna make cars so nice where we don't make a profit, right? So we have to do things that keep it affordable and keep the lights on here at Jada. Or else we wouldn't be able to make anything.
I see.
It's kind of cool because with the less is more thing, I remember back a couple of waves with JDM Tuners, we did something where we worked on the interior. We kind of focused on the interior as opposed to the exterior.
So that's a good topic to touch on, because we do, like in a wave, we sometimes will put more attention to graphics on one of the cars, and then leave the rest of them a little bit more tame, more subdued when it comes to the graphics. And some of them we really will start to pay attention to more of the detail on the interior. So we have customizers out there, and if you buy the cars, you have a body that has nice graphics, and you have another car that has a nice interior. You can start doing your swaps, as long as they're the same car, of course, right? But we're aware of all the customizers out there, and it's not only rim swapping. You guys can swap out interiors if you have two cars that have different like graphics on the interiors.
Wait, but you could swap out interiors too?
As long as it's the same car.
If it's the same car.
Yeah, if it's the same car. So if you have two RX-7s, for example, and one of them, which we have done in recent waves, where we put more graphics on the interior to make it more sporty or to make it more realistic, you can take that interior, pop it out, and put it into another RX-7 that you may have bought a couple waves earlier, and now you have a more detailed diecast car.
Right. One of them has like red seats. The other one has black seats. We can swap them out.
Yeah.
Looks different.
I see.
And there's also, if you even pay attention, there's some tire differences as well that fit on different wheels. So you don't have only the rim and tire, or the rim that you can swap, but you can also swap out tires to be a little bit more thicker sidewall. There's a lot of customization you can do, and I think that just makes it more fun to collect, because now you start collecting pieces and you can build your own kind of ultimate Jada diecast.
Right. So when you guys are choosing which ones to have, like less is more, or when you're choosing which ones to trick out, how do you exactly choose which is which? Is it maybe based off of how like a certain car looks? Like, say for example the Hakosuka, if you put a bunch of on it, it's not supposed to be like that,
right? Exactly.
But like so
I mean, there's a certain style that we're going for. We're not going for, especially for JDM, there's a certain style we have to keep with, right? It has to have that JDM flair. It's not necessary, it's not one that we can just start logo slapping. I mean, with JDM, there's also this style called Itasha, right? Which is putting like anime characters, like just plastering it all over the side with a lot of color, a lot of like, it's just super, it's just like a billboard for that character.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But that's usually, you don't usually do that on the classic JDM cars. You'll do it more on the late model cars.
Right.
But they have been done like that. I've seen a couple. Those are in the crazy car show scenes. But who's to say we won't do that kind of thing? We can. It's a possibility. It's just that we have to make it worth it for us to be able to do it.
Right. And what's it called again?
Itasha. Itasha. And
well, because there's a guy, he's blowing up. I'm on Instagram now, but like he has a Lamborghini Huracan, and like it's light blue, but it has that style on it. He's like, I'll try to find him and send him to you guys.
Some of the companies that like, there's another toy manufacturer called Good Smile that have a racing team, and all their race cars are like that.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a cool style. I like it, and it does fit into the JDM tuner
definitely
genre.
Yeah.
As well as some of the other genres of JDM, like VIP. That's where I want to go with it.
Wait, so I don't know anything about that. Please,
VIP.
Please elaborate.
Oh yeah.
What's
you want to talk about VIP style a little bit? You don't
VIP. It's a basically luxury sedans slammed with big wheels.
They're gangster.
Yeah.
They're like straight like Japanese gangster
Yeah,
luxury cars.
The interior, what they put in, like sometimes they put like curtains.
They have curtains. They have like
I don't know what
mahogany wood trim.
Yeah. So it's more of a luxury,
like extreme luxury car, but it's slammed. And the way their fitment with the tires and the wheel wells is like, I think the way they measure if it's a good drop is if you can get a business card and slide it through. If you get 2 business cards and it gets stuck, then you're good.
Damn.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the daily drivability of
no, but then,
they drive it like
they
that.
drive it like that, and they set it up so tight that I've shown new videos of how it looks. The tire and the wheel well are just like this, are like almost touching, but the way the suspension moves up and down, it doesn't rub.
Because the wheel is angled,
slightly cambered. Yeah.
So
and then the tire is also stretched
inward, like that.
So when it's compressed, when the suspension compresses, it has that natural curve. It doesn't go up and down. There's a slight curve to it.
Yeah.
And that goes under the fender, which was mostly likely rolled or cut, so it doesn't have that lip.
Okay.
And it just kind of slides underneath that fender. I mean, the only thing that you have to worry about is the fender hitting the rim. But I mean, I don't. They got it down so tight. It's amazing.
VIP, huh?
Yeah. And they also do vans as well in that style.
Makes you cringe though, because I remember I saw a video where guys are pulling up to a meet, and they just keep going, and everyone's just recording because they're waiting for that bumper to break.
Yeah, because they scrape like crazy.
Yeah. Bring out that 2x4.
Yeah,
Carry it in the trunk.
You have to pull the car up and then slide 2x4 in between the bumper and the tire because it's so low. Because you can't really put it there first for them to roll up onto it, because it's just the cars are so low.
So what other genres of JDM are there? There's VIP. There's what else?
On the question, can you read the question again?
Oh shit.
Was it?
He wanted to know why we don't do graphics like we used to do.
JDM, like old style JDM.
Oh no, they like our old style import
racer.
Right. Like the 90s.
Yeah.
Which is like
Fast and
Honeyport
Furious.
Nights.
Yeah.
Early
Nopey.
Fast and Furious, the neons and crazy like the Civics with neons and
the street glow.
I still like
flames,
the
but...
neon light look. Judge me, but I still think it's pretty cool on some cars.
If it's done right, I think it's okay. But like,
but then I get annoyed seeing them rolling down the freeway with them on. It's like.
Yeah, I feel like a moth, just like just focused on it.
But there's the regular street scene. There's VIP. There's the K cars, which are the small cars. What cars are there?
K cars?
Yeah.
Like the what is that thing called? Toyota.
I forgot, but they're really small, compact. It's like the IQ, like the Scion IQs.
Oh, okay.
Like really, the Cappuccino, the Jazz. I think it was one of them as well. There's a lot of different genres, and then you go into the big rigs, which are like totally outlandish. like these big rigs that have like lights and like LED light shows.
Those
Yeah,
are just crazy cars.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
all JDM.
It's all JDM.
It's like seeing a Disneyland light show in one rig.
in one big rig. It's the electric parade, whatever the
whole electric parade, compress it
into one big rig.
One rig.
And this dude, a truck driver, essentially.
No, they just do it for that's just their hobby.
That's their show car.
That's their show car.
JDM. I gotta look this
just
up.
don't call don't like just do Japanese custom big rig or something like that. There's a name for it. Then there's also Bosozoku. That style is also pretty crazy.
Right.
The Decatoria.
Huh?
Like
yes, that's the one.
Decatoria.
Looks like a taco truck.
There are other styles.
It does look like a taco truck. It'll say
That
like,
one does.
like carne asada.
Like, hey, what you want? I got you.
But yeah, they have
Yep.
But look at the body kits on those things. It's like they're ridiculous.
This is like some 80s type.
See the second image from the top?
Right here.
No, on the top. Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Look how
it's too small, but
Let me zoom in on that.
They're pretty extreme.
This is
Christmas all year.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's crazy.
what is it called? Bosozoku?
Bosozoku. Boso B O
I was
S O
really
Z O K U.
surprised when
I can't
Hot Wheels
even-
did that.
Hell is
Who?
that?
like I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah.
recognize
Hot Wheels did
what
that,
it
and they,
is.
because they embrace a lot of those styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild. That one's crazy.
That's ridiculous. It looks like I don't even know what it is.
It's like a transformer
Yeah.
robot without being transformed into the robot.
That
It's
must
like
cost so
it's
much
like
money.
you turn the Optimus Prime inside out and still have him in car form.
Well, these are his organs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Take off all the paneling. That's what you see on the inside.
Wow.
So and then the other
crazy.
style is Bosozoku. Bosozoku.
Bosozoku. Oh, I see it.
But
Huh.
it's such a
that's-
such a Japanese.
It's very Japanese.
I've
yes.
never seen anything like this before.
Mine
Yeah.
has a little 64
It doesn't-
scale.
It's not here.
Yeah,
at
definitely
all.
not a.
That style does
that's-
not exist in US.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
it's
no.
moving towards a tame style of it with Rocket Bunny and Pandem. They're doing if you look at that fender, that's called a cone fender. We would never do those that ground effect or the side skirts or that front bumper.
Like exhaust that goes up,
Yeah.
way up.
I've
Yeah.
seen smaller versions of that like on TCs out here.
Oh yeah, just a
Like
little bit.
yeah, maybe
going
like
up
about 6 inches up, but
Right,
these
right,
these
right.
exhausts are like what 10 feet, 8
Yeah.
feet.
look
Look at that.
The yellow things are
Looks like a lionfish.
yeah. That's why I was really surprised when I saw those in Hot Wheels.
In Hot Wheels,
9.
yeah.
yeah.
See, that's what I
'Cause
love.
It's
Like
such a Japanese style.
And was this more prominent in like the
cool.
90s or something, or is it?
No,
Still-
it's just
it's still like it's weird with in Japan the styles kind of just go on. There's no like
There's
era
never a
where
life
it's like-
cycle like how it is here. where
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
oh, well, that was in back.
I
in
mean, the
2000.
trends will get bigger and smaller, but the style has stayed the same for a long time. I think it started with like the old school Japanese motorcycle gangs, and you can see like some of those pictures that you're looking at. They're the old Kawasaki's and Suzuki's. They would, and it's cool because you know, a couple years ago when I went to Japan, these guys are driving around because they're just. You can hear them. They drive slow and they just like wow 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 wow. They
It's
just
just loud.
constantly rev and they drive really slow and they just keep holding up traffic. And this is like at 3:00 in the morning and they're just like causing havoc on the freeways.
And that style kind of progressed into the exotic cars in Japan, like
Yeah.
the Lamborghinis.
Yep.
Mostly Lamborghinis, I think, that had like chrome gold or
I've seen
pink
those,
with neons, crazy neons everywhere with lights.
And then that crazy, but then they also use that style in racing. So if you look up like a Nissan Silvia silhouette, you'll see that
Yeah,
that car in the racing circuits in Japan.
it almost looks like the what is that thing called? The rally, the B.
Yeah.
B class. Is it called B class?
I
The
don't
crazy.
remember.
Okay, this is a little bit more practical, and I could see this.
Yeah, but you can see like the influence that had on the custom street versions of those cars.
Yeah.
That crazy front sweeper lip, I don't know what you call it. It just looks like a vacuum,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or just like it's like you're gonna be scooping up like a pooper scooper.
A pooper scooper?
Yeah, like a metal pooper scooper. But it's cool, man. And that's one. I have one of those.
64.
Yeah, 64 scale of that car, and it's like one of my prized possessions.
This is
that I
pretty
own.
gnarly.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's so clean.
This is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, going back to the question, it's difficult to do it if we want to try to keep our pricing affordable
Right.
right now in this day and age.
Next question, please.
Yeah.
Or we could, or we
Next
could
question, please.
just
Next.
charge y'all
Yeah,
some more.
I mean, I know some of our fans are cool about it, and they say, you know what, we'll pay more if you go back to doing more graphics. We would love to, but you know, it's not just a matter of making the collectors that are hardcore happy, but it's also
Mass.
the mass market,
Yeah.
and then also the buyers. The buyers may not want to increase the price because they know their customer base will only pay this much for a certain style of collectible vehicle.
Right.
It'll be nice if we do like a collector edition, like limited edition, something kind of like what Hot Wheels do for their collectors, like their what is
$5 or
it called?
$6 64 scales.
Yeah, the conventions that they have.
Oh, the convention
Yeah,
exclusives.
Hot Wheels conventions, and then they make their own like convention
Convention exclusives.
Yeah, and then the collectors actually come out and pay for the event and pay for the specials that they can buy.
What, like an exclusive that's like limited to maybe like 500 pieces worldwide?
Yeah,
Didn't we do that for Comic Con?
Not that, no. I like more for like other toys, you know, especially coming up this year. That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
I'm pretending like I know what they're talking about.
500 pieces, that'd be amazing.
And how many in North America?
No, 4 worldwide, dude.
Oh, just
You're thinking something totally different, man.
I was thinking last year's.
I think
No.
you're thinking of last year.
was it
Yeah.
500, 300?
What?
last year.
The one for Comic Con that we did for
Three.
Comic Con was 300,
And how many worldwide?
1,500.
1,500 worldwide. But
Only
it
here.
would be really cool if we did something this year for certain conventions that was limited to 500 pieces, wouldn't it?
If you can see Mike's face right now, on camera.
Zoom in.
Oh man.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Okay, now you know.
Now I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. It's a little bit slow.
What about the toy fair? Can we?
Talk about something over someone's head.
Hmm?
Hey,
Wasn't that 300?
that one's no. It's now 5
Oh,
because it's Well, yes, no, maybe
God
20th anniversary. I don't know.
damn it. I am so perplexed right now.
yeah, man. I thought you were talking about a Comic-Con exclusive.
No. That's
That's the
Comic-Con.
same thing.
We have a couple of cool
Yeah.
Comic-Con exclusive ideas that we're looking
This
at.
year we have a lot of not a lot, but more than last year.
Hopefully, if it goes through, we're
Yeah,
still
a lot of limited edition.
Have you
Yes.
seen it?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
That's the other one. We're talking about Comic-Con now.
We're talking about.
but that's our
Okay, yeah, I've
Okay.
seen those.
Yes.
yes.
Okay. My God, people listening are like they're about to be so frustrated.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
exactly.
are you guys
Like,
talking about? I feel just like you guys right now. I don't know what's going on right now.
But our ideas for the Comic-Con exclusive for
That's
this year
gonna be
is cool. We're in the pitching stage, so hopefully it goes through.
Mhm.
I think it'll be pretty awesome.
Hmm.
I love them. I think they're very cool.
Yeah.
And have I told you that I got number 1 of last year's Comic-Con exclusive?
Did you?
I have the number 1.
It was you?
Yeah.
How'd you get
it? We had it in the thing, and I said save it. We're and you guys yeah, I was able. Like nobody really wanted it.
Huh.
They just said, "Yeah, cool, go for it, take it." So I bought it.
No,
Wait, did you take it out of the pile as I was stacking it?
No, it was like
so
there in
on
the
the
pile.
on the back pile, it was all mixed. Like
Yeah.
the numbers are all messed up, and it was just piled up nicely.
And then we found that one, and we put it aside.
Yeah. So I went in and I sorted everything, and I pulled out one of the earliest numbers in on the side, because some of the guys who were
No,
buying
some of-
the
yeah, they're-
collectors, they wanted earlier numbers and all that, but
Oh,
we
yeah.
couldn't get it because it was all messed up.
Well, and not yeah, and we don't really want to just grab a number for people that ask for it. We want it to be more random,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So, but I mean, one of the perks of working for the company is to be able to get to them before anyone else, and we're buying them. We're not taking them for free. So
Yeah.
we did purchase, but I have it at my house. It's in my shelf.
Can I get number 1 this year?
Let's see, maybe. Yeah, because this
Act
one's really
fast.
cool. I don't know if. Well, okay. We'll look at it.
That's a
consider.
no.
No, there's more to it.
Oh,
I was actually using that as a sales pitch though at Comic-Con. If somebody had like came by but they would see the exclusive, and they would ask like, oh, so how much is it? I would be like, oh, it's only $50. And if they were sort of on the offense, I would be like, I do have number 16 right here.
Yeah.
Number 16 out of 1,500, and they were like, you know what?
Well, it's true, though. People want those lower numbers. Like if it's under the what 50 is pretty prime.
I wonder who got the 66.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, because one of the guys who came by, and he was, oh, if you don't have the early numbers, can you find me 66? But I couldn't find it. I think it was sold already.
Maybe
Like on the first or second day.
yeah, it could because we pulled that pile out a couple times and stacked them and then restacked them because we had to make sure that there was enough room in our little 10x10 booth to be able to hold everything. I mean, I did it.
And so I could have my little safe space too.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of, like, whenever we have people working there, they bring their backpacks and they have all the stuff that they buy at the show, and we have to store that somewhere. So we have our little storage area became really crowded really quick.
Yeah. Are you guys superstitious at all? To a point at all with certain things? Because like me, if I were to buy one, and like say for example, it's out of 1,500 that they actually had. If I got number 666, I'm like, ooh, can I have another one?
Really?
I would be like, I mean, like, I don't put too much stock in it, but I'll put a little bit of stock in it.
Well, you think that the devil's gonna be in that toy?
I think Paulo will like it.
Yeah,
No,
no, I'm not into demon, bro. I'm into horror, not.
Yeah.
Aren't they same stuff?
No, it's not the same stuff.
No,
Like,
no, there's a big difference.
I'm religious, and it's like one of those things that's like I believe that you can get possessed, and
The horror
this
things
can
are
happen.
all possessed.
No, but
Not
horror is
all of
like it's fake. It's not real. Like, okay, so watching like Paranormal Activity would freak me out more than watching something like
Michael Myers.
Chucky or Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Because it's more focused on
It's based on aren't all those like movies?
they're
like,
fake.
No, but I mean like what's that movie the white lady
La
White
Llorona?
yeah
Yeah,
so
see, I
that
believe in
whole
that.
series though of movies is based on something that's real.
So yeah, like Insidious and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, those movies would
Yeah, the
Scare you?
like paranormal stuff. I get
paranormal
you on
stuff
that
or
one.
like anything that deals with
The afterlife.
yeah.
Oh, so you're okay
That
with
freaks me out.
the guts and.
But I'm
and
okay with like Freddy
blood.
Krueger.
It's so
and-
funny because we used to have another coworker that worked here. He was all he would draw is like demons and evil stuff, right? And we would mess around with him because when he's in the bathroom, we would turn off the lights. I'd be like, "Turn it on! Oh my god, turn on the lights!"
That's me, dude.
Yeah.
I resurrected into that guy.
That's hilarious.
Damn,
man.
damn. Well, that's pretty ruthless. You just He's in there taking a shit.
Yeah, and
And
it's
he turned for lights on.
you go in there and you're like we like pretend we just have the door open and he knows that we're gonna do it and you just hear him go, "Don't do it! Don't do it!"
Was he Mexican?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Damn.
that's funny.
All right, so we got through one question.
Oh. All right. We could do like
Next
a rapid fire one.
Yeah.
Well, we could do some rapid fire ones that we could just blast off pretty easily on. All right, so I put these two together because they were pretty similar. I'm not gonna say the names, but anyways, it's pretty much they're both asking why are the rims on cars so big, and why are most rims chromed out?
You want to take this, or you want me to start it off?
I gotta think it through.
Because he's the OG guy that was here from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I kind of know the history.
I mean, it all started with the dub,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
with the dub city, where the big wheels were the.
Wow. The like overextended it. Too.
Yeah.
He put some emphasis on that.
Like when it's back then, like you put like the number of your size of the wheel on the side of your car, like 28 or 30.
Yeah.
You know, there were some 30s back then. You can put it on like H2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's there's that part of it. The trend was big rims back when we started, but
Big rims that were shining.
they were shiny. Yeah. So if you think of the front of the package as your advertisement, because we don't typically advertise in magazines that, well, we did, but it wasn't like a lot all over the place. But the biggest advertisement is when you're walking down the aisle and you're looking at the vehicles.
Yeah.
The first thing that can catch your eye, especially on something in an aisle that has a lot of cars that are replicas of real cars, is a car with big rims that are super shiny, because those are like the eyes looking at you from a character. Because we place them sideways inside the package. So in the package, when you look at it, it shines. It looks at you. It's like it catches your eye. So it's kind of a marketing thing as well. But it's also started from the trend of dub, where the big wheels were really the trend, and that's what caught a lot of people's eye. And it's different from everyone else, because everyone else was doing stock size rims and rims that were more in scale to what the real world is. And a lot of people were talking a lot of trash about our product because the rims were way oversized, especially with the big time muscle stuff. But how many years now today? What are we seeing at all the car shows?
Yeah.
Exactly what we were doing back in the day. I mean, we thought, we call it Jada style. It's basically Jada style is what we think it looks really cool. We don't have stock, or not stock. We don't have replica, trying to make it exactly a replica of the real car holding us back. We allow us to take some liberties and do some crazier stuff, so that what we have in our mind comes true in something materialistic.
Yeah.
Or materialized it from our head.
Okay. Hey, what would you guys say is the craziest one that you guys took massive liberties on
So
to date?
just a kind of an example, and this is a kind of different. And it doesn't have to do with big wheels, but it more has to do with the proportion, and it's the animated series Batmobile. So the animated series Batmobile, what really looks cool about that animated series Batmobile is that in the cartoon, it's always in super force perspective, right? You get like the real big front end, and it tapers down into this small back end with the cockpit there, and and we wanted to portray that. We wanted that look, that cartoony look, which is one of the reasons why we didn't have the cockpit open, because of that taper down to the back end, so the front end looks really big. If we were to have that cockpit open, that cockpit is supposed to hold 2 people, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
If we were to do that, the scale of the seats would be tiny because we wanted to have that long look.
Mhm.
So we took the liberty of still making that tapered look, and so it looked really forced perspective. Had our figure in there, which still looks pretty proportionate to what the car looks like, but we opted not to open the cockpit and just to open the hood, because otherwise it looks stupid if you have a big Batman and little tiny seats that he would never fit in.
Right.
So those are the kind of liberties that we've taken, and I think it turned out great because I think it really speaks to the cartoon really well.
Well, there's a lot.
Instead of changing the proportion of the car and making it taller and making it wider in the back so we can fit, so it looks like the character can actually fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted the car to look more true to what you see in the cartoon.
Yeah, if you would just take a picture of the car, then it would look just like the animation, like clip from an animation.
Yeah. So if you take a screen capture of the animation, you take a picture of the car of our diecast, it looks really close to what you see. And there's other products out there that have done that car, but the proportions are all off because they're working to fit the character inside the vehicle.
And aren't we the only one who opens the hood?
From what I understand, I haven't seen any product out there where the hood opens.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. Animated Batmobile coming out soon.
Some people have it. Amazon is like, there's a guy.
Oh,
yeah, there's actually, the reason why I brought this up also is because I just saw a review from a guy who bought it on Amazon on YouTube.
Go to Amazon.
Amazon has it, and stores should be getting it pretty soon. But yeah, it's out. It's obtainable right now.
Sick.
Yeah, all the people who came up to us at the shows who said they can't get it at the Walmart or Target, go to Amazon.
Yeah,
I've seen it at Walmart.
You saw it at Walmart?
I saw it at Walmart.
So what happens is all the stores, they get their inventory. If the room is not there, they don't put it out. But if the shelf is empty, then they'll put them on.
Okay.
You can always ask the clerks also. They may be able to open the box for you.
Pro tips, y'all. All right. All right. Here's a here's a zinger. Will you guys ever do Hans RX-7 in diecast?
Ooh. Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. From Alfonso Jimenez P. Oh, finally somebody who has a simple name.
Jimenez.
Yeah, Jimenez.
Hey. Why haven't you guys made a Shelby GT350 2017?
2017.
Wait, they don't even have a 2017. Bad question. Bye.
We gotta source that.
Ford Shelby. What?
Ford Shelby.
Ford Mustang.
Forget. You know what? I'm sorry. I even screen captured that one. My bad. Let's see. Okay, so this one is kind of one that we've talked about before. So maybe I could take a different spin on it. He's asking what are your favorite cars to work on, but how about if we talk about what are cars that you guys don't really enjoy working on and why? Yeah, so what types of challenges maybe those present? Those cars that are just like, while doing your math homework, kind of like, oh, I don't want to do this right now.
Well, for example, let's see here. In our Hollywood Rides line, there's some cars that don't have a lot of reference for engines or interior or trunk space or whatnot. A lot of times also is the issue that we have is the undercarriage, the chassis area. Sometimes we have to make it up. But those are the things that are hard because do we make it up and then piss off people who do know the car and know what it looks like, or do we? It just gets difficult. We have to figure out how to make it look as accurate as possible without having any of the references, because sometimes the licensors don't have the references either.
Following up on that, like some of the graphics too, like for Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Where there's not many pictures and you kind of just have to.
Or the pictures are there, but they're super blurry, or you can't really see. So and then and there's no resource to get them anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the Universal doesn't have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to kind of
We'll watch a movie.
and then frame by frame try to find the
Frame by frame,
best
yeah.
resolution
Slow-mo.
capture, and try to find all the angles and like, no, that's not a comb. That's
But that's not the hand.
yeah, that's not a hand. That's
And
not
then
a
we-
rocket ship. That's a rocket ship. Wait, that's that's its wings. So stuff like that we have to figure out, and
Well, that's even worse if it's in like a dark scene of a movie,
a lot of it is dark.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
shot dark. A lot of it.
or like that, or like it's just for like a split second and it's
Yep.
far away with a little.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Wow.
So we do make our own Fast and Furious graphics, especially the Fast and Furious 1 graphics on imports. Those crazy like pointing
Yeah.
robots with the rockets on the back. When
Yeah, what would you call
I don't know what
that
is.
style of back then?
It's
I don't know.
it's a Fast and Furious style. There wasn't any
Yeah.
that was compromising.
The closest thing that I would say is probably those Pet Boy graphics.
I don't know where
but I
they
don't know
came
where they are.
from.
I don't know where they. I don't know where it came
they
from.
from.
Because, well, I mean, we out here, when we were growing up, the
Yeah.
cars that we fixed up at the time when that came out was not that extreme. We were more kind of like conservative when it came to fixing it. It was like nice colors, nice rims.
Right. I mean, even at Howdy for
Ambers.
Nights, it's stylized. I would name it like stylized flames in import style. It's not a flame, but it's like
Splashes and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah, it's kind of like that. But there's no characters or especially robots and
Yeah, some like
And
techno robot
wings.
like chick,
Yeah.
riding a rocket.
I mean, back then when it first came out, we were like, "What the hell is that?"
Wait, so back
everyone
then-
hated it.
Well, and so back then though, it wasn't cool because
It wasn't
you know
cool
how
at
some
all.
stuff-
Out here in the Midwest where the street glow stuff came through, was really popular.
Mhm.
That style was really big.
Yeah.
Out here, like the loud colors, like the bright oranges weren't as big at the time.
I see.
It was more, conservative out here.
Hmm.
We were more about street racing. The car show scene was starting to come in, but it wasn't like, it was more clean cars then.
Yeah. If you look at the background of the car scenes, where all the background cars in Fast and Furious 1,
That's the LAC.
those cars were the show cars, the
Yeah.
actually show cars of like buddies of ours.
Yeah, because they filmed it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of our friends were like, they did a casting call and said, hey, if you have a custom car, bring it out. It might be in this movie.
Oh,
Right.
damn.
And they were all came, and those cars are clean.
Those are all the all the background cars.
background cars, they don't have like crazy graphics.
Yeah.
It's only those cars in front where racing has those graphics.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, that's funny how that works out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so funny how many people we know that were in that. Like
Yeah,
we
I
can
know.
go through and start like picking out. Oh, that's RJ Devera's car, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
he was in the movie, but like
Yeah.
there's all these other people that we know.
Then you'll be like, oh, that's my friends, but that's your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope.
Yeah.
From HW_JDM, will more Initial D cars be remade/made?
It's what we're pushing towards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that line. Yeah, it's one that I want to really.
It'll be really nice.
I'd love to complete that whole set.
I still have yet to actually see that movie.
I have a DVD in my office if you want it.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Don't see the movie though. Watch the anime.
I have the anime.
Anime.
Wait, so which one?
There's
one
there's
came first?
actually a movie.
The anime.
Yeah, well, there's a movie on
Yeah.
Netflix of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the anime.
Okay.
The movie's not bad actually. It's actually.
I haven't watched it actually, but like the style,
Paulo
the
tried
posters,
to.
and
I try to watch the
It was-
show, but
it-
no, it's good. It's
What
just it
movies-
takes like 4 episodes to
Oh, okay.
finish one race.
Really?
And it's like all intense. It's like they're all like just doing this for like a whole episode. It's
Kind of like
it's
how
pretty
on
cool, though. It's pretty cool.
Dragon Ball Z, how like it takes like a whole season for one fight to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
watching-
exactly,
it's
exactly how it is.
It's pretty cool.
I
though.
read the comic book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it was a comic book too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it started as a comic book, just like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball series. So I recommend comic book because it's faster and you can kind of you see it, you see what it is, and the story is very very long.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think the anime only covers like the first or second book or something. The first stage, I
First
think.
stage. They're called first stage.
Yeah, first stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that answers Homeboy's question. Well, those are pretty much all the questions I have for today. Well, y'all got anything?
I got a
that you wanna-
question. What
Yeah.
happened to you yesterday, Mike?
What happened to me yesterday? You
Yeah.
met at lunch?
Yeah,
Oh
during
yeah,
lunch.
yeah.
Oh, what happened?
He got
You didn't
he,
find out?
No, I
Oh.
didn't.
he was escorted.
He was escorted.
Wait, what?
So I'm driving on the street, right? After I went to grab. I had to run some errands. So I'm like, I'm probably about 4 miles away from here,
Uh huh.
and I'm driving down the street, and I see a helicopter circling. I'm like, oh, what's going on? There's something going on. I get a mile down, it's circling still right above my head. Another mile down, it's still circling right above my head. I'm like, this dude's following me, right? Because there was nobody else on the street. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm the only one there, and it was circling above me for a couple of a few miles, and I look in my rearview mirror, and then suddenly 4 cop cars surround my car, lights blaring, and pull me over. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm all like, I did everything right? So I rolled down all my windows. I kept my hands on the steering wheel, and the officer comes up to my driver's side window, and then another one comes up to the passenger side, and he pulls me over, and he's all, let me see your license. So I pull out my license. And this whole time, the one thing I forget to do is turn off my radio. It's like the dog pound is playing loud. And the guy, he's all, what's the name of the person we're looking for? To the other guy that's on the passenger side. And then he looks at me, he's like, can you turn off your radio, please? And I turn off my radio. And, there's a couple questions like, is this your truck? And blah, blah. So apparently they're looking for someone with a truck similar to mine. And they thought I was that perpetrator or whatever, and they pulled me over. But it was like helicopter and 4 cop cars, and I was like,
Crazy.
oh man.
Yeah.
I would have been like, bitch, I'm a SEMA exhibit.
I was like,
Project TRD Pro.
man. But the thing is like January 1st, there's like this whole thing about everyone saying that like exhaust, you get, if you have an exhaust, $1,000 fine, and you have to take it off. It's not a fix-it ticket anymore.
Yeah.
It's a straight up fine, and if you want to keep it on, you have to not pay the $1,000
I
fine.
read about that last night,
Mhm.
and it's the
I don't
the
think
noise.
it'll stay around.
It's the noise.
It's the noise. It's
Yeah.
it's a 95 and above gets the
Decibels,
ticket.
Yeah.
So if you don't want the ticket, then you need to have
A
a
decibel
paper.
reader.
Yeah. No, the paper that proves that it's not over 95.
Yeah. So then there's that. Then I have tinted windows in the front, so, and I don't have my front license plate, and there's a lot of things that are on the truck that I would have to take off if that's what they were pulling me over for.
And
So I
that
was
law
like,
only applies in California.
Yeah, that's only a California thing right now.
I saw a meme that said, California, the state you can change your gender, but not your exhaust.
Not your exhaust.
Oh man, if this wasn't a family-friendly podcast, I would be going off on that one right now because boy, that grinds my gears, man.
Dude.
Wow. Yeah, but I don't see that law staying.
There's a lot of
enforced
petitions
around.
going on. There's a lot of stuff happening, probably to try to overturn some of this stuff. But there's a lot more to it too. It's like there's no more dealer plates. So if you buy a brand new car, you don't have your dealer license plate anymore that says Gaudi Honda or whatever.
Oh, really?
You'll see, if you see new cars on the street,
Yeah.
it'll have numbers, which is, I think it's the last 4, 5, 6 digits of your VIN number.
Mhm.
Oh.
And that's how you know it's a brand new car. So people can't drive with their car without some kind of identification on their license plate anymore, because that's what a lot of people have been doing. They keep their dealer plates on for as long as possible, even though they did receive their license plates.
Mhm.
Damn.
My car's 5 years, but it's still fresh.
Brand, yeah, I still have I have the sticker on the window still.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to what's been happening with all these street races and
It is.
and
It's
events and
the from I saw a video of someone who got pulled over and got that ticket for the exhaust, and they said the reason why we're doing this is because there's a lot of kids that have been getting hurt with these street races around here, and we want to
street takeover stuff.
Yeah, so
You gotta go to the track.
yeah, it's the knuckleheads again. It's the same kids that are like doing burnouts, leaving a car show. Those same kids. They're ruining it for the whole scene.
But how many people are really getting hurt, or is it just
All it takes is one, dude.
Yeah,
The news. It's news.
Yeah,
It's newsworthy.
but they just well, that's that. Well, we can talk about this off. Well, Mike. Well, thank God got you wearing a black.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh man, dude, I'm getting my counter car impounded right now.
Oh man,
That's what I was worried about.
Crushed.
Imagine if I was driving your car.
We got him.
I'd be doing this podcast from a sale on Skype right now. Like, hey guys, so we on episode 22. I'm all holding bars.
Uber meeting.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be funny.
Man.
All right. Well, damn, California.
Yeah.
We gotta love it. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to grow our numbers. Oh, we're almost at 2,000
Oh, really?
on YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's awesome.
like prior to this, we were barely at. I don't even know, but I
think
know
it's
that
the Josie factor.
definitely. Like, girl,
There's a girl.
female, bunch of chimpanzees. Oh man. So
Mike, you need your wig again.
I know, right? True.
hey man, there's people into that too. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for sticking with us, and we will see you next week. Peace out.
Yeah, next week.
Thanks.
Daryl should be back, right?
Daryl will be. God damn,
Yeah.
I gotta open up my laptop again. Daryl will be back last week, so you guys can
Next week.
Next
vacate.
week.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have Say and Paulo on again because they're awesome, and yeah. So peace out, guys.